So today in this video, we're going to talk about what is due diligence and how do you perform it. Specifically, we're going to talk about what it is, why it's important, and the most critical thing, the number one place you never, ever go to do it. So grab a pen and paper and let's get started. So why is due diligence critical? Well, partnerships fall apart all the time. So some of you may say, well, due diligence is typically associated to real estate. It is, and it's actually associated in my conversation everywhere. Like how many of you, and you can comment below, have had a partnership and it blew up, right? Or even you didn't even get into the deal. That's what I find with women. And I swear God made me a woman so I can pick on you women because you don't do business sometimes properly because you want to do the girlfriend thing. I don't want a girlfriend. I want a business partner. I want somebody who can stand with a skill set side by side. I mean, I have done over 1,000 real estate transactions. I have bought and flipped hundreds of companies. I own a lot of them, and I'm in over 20 asset classes. How about that? So I have done due diligence. I have marijuana licenses, so I have marijuana facilities in Nevada. I have real estate in multiple states. I own a Ford dealership. I own part of the Raider Nation, which is the black hole of the now Nevada, not Oakland Raider NFL football team. I've owned a ballet play, actually still own it. So I'm talking about a lot of stuff. I've owned restaurants, hair salons, auto body shops. A lot of them I just get in, fix them, flip them. I love it. So I share that credibility because I have been there and done it with a lot of industries. And due diligence is so associated to real estate, and it just doesn't need to just be sitting in one place. So in this video, we're specifically going to talk about what is it and why is it so critical, the 7 questions that are essential for you to ask as you begin due diligence, and the 4 places you need to be doing due diligence. There's 4 operational places and organizational places that are critical. So let's start out with where do you never do it? Because it's the obvious and everyone does do it. The minute you hear something, where do you go? Google, DuckDuckGo, you go to the internet and you start looking people up or you look a project up. So here's the challenge with that. I call the internet the bathroom wall. Anybody can write anything they want. There is no scrutiny. There is no validation. People are writing stuff like in my money conversation that is completely wrong. I mean, not only completely wrong, it'd probably put you in jail if you did it. So the internet is the bathroom wall. So anytime you go out and search for things, just like have that attitude about it. It's like, I'm curious, what might it say? Right? And then look for the complete opposite information because you're going to find it out there. Then you say, well, crap. Like they said this and then other people said this, where do I go? And probably what's going to happen for a lot of you, especially in the money conversation and investing, is you do nothing because you stand in the middle confused. You say, well, they said that and they said that. I don't know what to do, so I do nothing. That's why I exist for you. I am so passionate about this conversation because it drives me crazy the amount of, I'm going to say unethical or just totally incorrect information. And the other part that is critical is there's no integration to it. So what I have done over the last 25 years is build a team. I have an integrated team. I talk about all these different people and different concepts in my channel. I have an expert. Either they're an alternative financial planner, I have tax strategists, I have lawyers, I have experts in a lot of vertical categories. So you want somebody, like I just had a client call me and I picked up my little phone and she said, hey, do you have an immigration lawyer? I need to get somebody across the border from Jamaica. This literally legally just happened last night. I said, absolutely. I have the best immigration lawyers ever. And I will be introducing her to those people. That's how we roll over here because that integration is important. Otherwise you stand in the middle and go, I don't know. So what does I don't know get? Nothing. All right. So due diligence is critical for a lot of people. Like if I was going to do business with you, believe it or not, I'm going to start with background check. Right? I'm going to see who you are as a human. Do you have a criminal record? Do you have, civil issues? And if you went through a bankruptcy or foreclosure, some of that stuff, believe it or not, is not going to freak me out. Right? Some things don't freak me out just because I know a lot about, like, sometimes you have to go through that stuff. So a background check, though, is really, I want to see, are you a criminal? And I believe it or not, I partnered with people who have had long-standing past criminal records. And, it was just a thing and it was a thing, but not everything's a thing. So you got to start with, what am I going to do? Right? So let's get into the questions of what do you do? And here's the benefit of it. I mean, how many times have you been in a networking event or even on an airplane or wherever you've met somebody and you come up with this great idea and you're like, oh my gosh, we should do this. And then it just falls away. Again, comment below. How many business ideas have just fallen away? And I can tell you there's one reason. You didn't document an operating agreement. So due diligence is that beginning part that then merges into what's called an operating agreement. Very few people ever talk about this enough. And I am a master at operating agreements because that's the document that says, what are you going to do? What am I going to do? And if I don't do what I say, do I have a right to correct? That's actually a paragraph in your agreements. I have a right to correct over whatever period of time. How are we going to make the money? How are we going to spend the money? Do you get a write off your vehicle? Do I get a write off my vehicle? Do you get a write off your travel expenses? Do you get a write, like all of those things you talk about. And if that scares you and you're out there watching, don't be scared. It's just a conversation. Here's the difference. You just haven't been taught the conversation. So let's get to the 7 questions. Really? Get a pen and paper. We're going to go. All right, and I'm going to read them off to you. So number 1, is the investment congruent with your money rules? Now, money rules is something we're going to talk about on another video. It's a huge conversation of what are your rules. Just to give you a simple example would be, do you borrow money to people, like friends and family, and think you're going to get it back? Some people do. I do, but I treat it like it's a gift and I don't plan. Do I borrow like as a hard money lender to people? Absolutely. And I start at 15%. That's a rule. If somebody says, well, I want to give you 10. Find somebody else's money. I'm not going to take 10. I want 15. So those are rules. All right. So in your due diligence, the thing you're going to do, like I'll talk about my cannabis business, and it is legal in Nevada. There's a lot of people who just have a values issue with it. They just won't do it. Like my mother from Nebraska. I grew up on a farm in Nebraska. She's like, oh my God, my daughter's into drugs. She's like that. So she would never invest in marijuana. Like it's just not going to happen. It's a values issue. For me, I love medical marijuana. Love what it's done for a lot of people to get off opiates. Just so you know, that is my agenda, is get people off white pills. Now, number 2, what's the exit strategy? See, everybody talks about the excitement on the front side. How are you going to get out of this? And don't be like this Pollyanna, oh, we're going to be best friends forever and partners. No, you're not. Plan on about 2 to 4 or 5 years max, and then how are you going to get out of it? With the goal of going again. Like, I want to be able to do a deal with you, exit, and then do it again because we had a great time. Like Kevin Harrington, who's one of the original Sharks on Shark Tank, is one of my best friends. We've done over 9 deals together. We've wrote books together. We love doing business together because we know each other's lane. We know how we work. It's super simple. Bob Proctor, I've done many businesses with him, right? So these are like, because we know what we're going to do and we're not going to be in forever. We're going to go in, we're going to make some money, we're going to go out, high five and say, let's do that again. That's how I want you to be. Now, is it big money investing? So big money investing is all relative. Like to you, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 might be big money. Like if something's not going to make $1 million, I'm not even going to get out of bed for it. Like that's just way too much work for less than $1 million. And you say, well, that's kind of arrogant, Laurel. No, it's not. It's my new rule, right? Because I grew up into it. Remember, I was a farm girl from Nebraska. I didn't have any money in the beginning either. So is it big money investing? And you got to be careful. All right. Here's a rule I'm going to give you. Fair is not equal. Just sit with that on another video, on another channel. So you better subscribe to me because you're not going to know what that is unless you like hang out. All right. Who has the oversight? Now, this is critical and is the information public. So in private companies, which is mostly what I do, we're not on the stock exchange. So if you are an IPO and you're on the stock exchange, everything's got to be public. But in private businesses, who's running the bookkeeping? Who's running the bank? Who has authority, right? Who is running the project? And if you don't have somebody who has a lot of experience, I wouldn't invest. See, one of my rules is I want to know the team. And when I watch a whole bunch of beginners come together, it's like the beginner game. It's got like high risk all over it, which is why you want a mentor. You want to put somebody 10, 20, 30 years experience and big old zeros behind their, net worth on your team. And you say, well, how do I get them? You ask us. Pretty simple. All right, next one, are the economics sound in the offer? Some of this, as my daughter calls it, she said, Mom, some people just don't have CFS. And I said, what's that? She said, common frickin' sense. She said, some of this is money in, money out. Why can't they see that there's going to be no money out because of the way it's going in? So granted, she grew up in our conversation, but some of this is common sense. Like some of these opportunities like in real estate. Oh my gosh, I just saw an ad on TV last night. I was back in my hotel room and I hardly ever watch TV. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do people watch this crap? No wonder they get in trouble. I mean, the whole deal didn't make sense, but they threw out these big, elaborate returns and you just know. And you say, well, I don't know. Well, hence, this is why you need to be in this conversation so you don't get hooked by a bunch of like sexy stuff, right? Really wealthy people, really, we make money on kind of the boring stuff. We call it the bread and butter stuff. It's not the like, oh my gosh. Now, every once in a while, you'll get an oh my gosh home run, but we're just kind of doing singles on a regular basis, on a sustainable basis. That's how we made a lot of money. Now, if you can't hit a single in financial, business, you aren't going to get a home run. You're going to get hit hard and probably beat up. So don't be those people. Now, number 6, will the marketing plan deliver the economics that we're talking about. So if they say they're going to make $1 million a year, $2 million a year, can the marketing do it? So I'll use my marijuana business because I actually think a lot of people are interested in this. So there's a lot of people who grow, right? And there's people who extract and create all the products, the gummies, the cartridges, the vapes, all of that. But if you don't have distribution to get it into a legal dispensary, you're back on the black market. So why would you have a license and not do that? So if you're getting pitched an idea and you're not asking, well, how are you going to distribute the product? Because the grow can produce a lot of money. But if you don't have distribution of how you're going to legally get that out into the consumer's hands, you got a big breakdown. That needs to be part of the plan. And why the cannabis business has become very rocky, and especially in Canada, is they didn't have the distribution they thought they had. And literally products sat on the shelves for a very long time. Not even the shelves, out in the fields. So big problems. Last one, number 7, is can the leadership execute the plan? And that's marketing plan, sales plan, financial plan, all of it, right? So let's go to the 4 areas where you ask these 7 questions. There's 4 areas. Number 1, you ask in the operation, right? Can the operation do it? And again, common sense, trust yourself. And if you don't know a lot about business, again, we're going to talk about business a lot here. So you're going to get to know more and more about business. My whole goal in this channel is to get you educated and get you really, really smart about money. So you're not having to rely on experts. I call it park and pray. You're parking your financial decisions with somebody else and praying to God they can handle it. That is a really bad idea if you want to be wealthy or control anything for later life wealth. All right, so you got to look at your operation, you got to look at the financial team, you got to look at the tax team and the legal team. A lot of people avoid those last 2 or just don't know. They'll say, well, isn't the financials same as the tax? No, it is completely different. Again, I've been using cannabis as an example. Tax is huge in that industry. I mean, that's why people, the states and counties love us, is we have to pay an enormous amount of tax to them. So, the financials may look great, but when you're taxed at 34%, do they still look great? Those are 2 very different but combined conversations. Is it legally going to work? Is the way you're raising capital legal? Is the way you're doing your business legal? Do you need licenses? There's a lot to it. So due diligence is huge. I have a book. I'm actually going to give you the chapter. So in this chapter, it's one of my 5 New York Times bestsellers. It's the 3rd book in my series. It's called Wealth Cycle Investing. It's how do you invest like a millionaire, right? Which is take control of it yourself, or better, with me and my team. So inside I go through due diligence. There's these awesome forms I created. So every asset, you're going to have this form and it's going to ask you questions. It's actually like a legally, it's drawn up form where you're going to go through each due diligence question. And if it doesn't match your money rules, you don't do it. And this is a guide that's going to help you. So the next time you want to do a partnership, you want to do a deal, you want to close a business, you have something that's going to guide you. So I hope you enjoy it. Click on the link below to go get it. There's a quiz embedded inside of it too, because I do want to know overall your financial personality, but really I want to get you that chapter. So enjoy and come back and comment. Let me know how what you learned. That would be amazing.